Yeah, man, are you hyped? Hang on, you can do this one with me.
What's this one?
We're gonna open up with one from the old album. So yeah, basically today, like, you know, Cal forgot his drum kit. So we thought we'd do something unique for you guys here and that, and like, just gonna like read some of the songs off the album as poems, like, you know, a lot of the songs like start that way and stuff. So it's just a bit of something like that, a bit of something different. Do you know what I mean? I hope that's all right with you guys. Yeah. And, I did forget my glasses, but these guys printed it off in a big font for me, so everything will be all right. But let's just get into it, doing one off the old album. Callum, channel your inner poet, please, sir.
I am the mongrel blood of woman and man. I am the mongrel blood of land and street. I am the mongrel blood of tool and hand. I am the mongrel blood of word and speak. I am the mongrel blood of truth and lie. I am the mongrel blood of love and heat. I am the mongrel blood of dirt and sky. I am the mongrel blood of ghost and meat. I am the mule of town, saint bastard. And I kiss it with the unders of my feet. Hey. Yonder I see a hill to die on. Or is that just a grass verge where lies the dog turd of life? Circumstance has me by the tenders. Happenstance greets me with a knife. I could have been a contender, but I lost something in the cut. I could have been a big spender if it weren't for this pain in my gut. I could have been a mogul if it weren't for this one-bed rental. Could have been a psychiatric saviour if I didn't go mental. Something with a safety net, a death sentence and dental. Callum. I am the mongrel blood of woman and man. I am the mongrel blood of land and street. I am the mongrel blood of tool and hand. I am the mongrel blood of word and speak. I am the mongrel blood of truth and lie. I am the mongrel blood of love and heat. I am the mongrel blood of dirt and sky. I am the mongrel blood of ghost and meat. I am the mule of town, saint bastard. And I'll kiss it with the unders of my feet.
Lovely.
Thank you. We're in it now. Yeah.
Any questions?
Welcome to Mass. And the greatest tool of any rock and roll artist is words on a page. It meant to be funny, but it was quite poignant. I was trying to...
I'm gonna Guinness.
Cheers, guys. Right, yeah, so we're gonna go through a few of these then. Who's heard the audio book? The album, sorry. Is it there?
We are joking, but this album's come so quickly and so fast. Like, he hasn't learned the lyrics, I haven't learned the drums yet. So this is fresh off the paper, this is.
Yeah, so we're doing this. Anyway, there's a song in the middle of the new album called Pig's Pudding. Yeah, which is a bit of a fucking, you know, I listen back to that one sometimes, I'm like, where the fuck was I when I wrote that? Do you know what I mean? So let me strip down all the music and make it even more vulnerable than that. And weird. So yeah. Have you ever ate pig's pudding? It's fucking disgusting. But I eat it at birthdays and funerals. Feeding on the blood of the weak makes me feel like less of an absolute fuck up. I feel like a fat god on a bench, noshing on the mortal blood sausage. I wallow in the stench and take those in my vicinity hostage to my oppressive mood. Shared amongst the brood, the end runs at me like a nemesis. No stoppage, swallow me. The passengers are enemies. The bus is flooding. They can see my history. They're all whispering and judging. Swallow me. Take my bloodline and make pig's pudding. I lost my key. It's so easy. I've only got one key. And the missus ain't back for hours. And I've already had a day. You know, one of them days. Now all I can do is sit by the bins and pontificate. The fucking state of the fucking state. Stand at the gate and self-flagellate. You might think, blimey, but I'm running out of ways to communicate. If we all just round them up, they wouldn't have a look in. Take back the blood and make pig's pudding. Well, like, I guess I could go and fuck myself. And I just might. There you go, that's how I This is weird. yeah, you know, we do a lot of, like, you know, us talking about the poetry and that in the tunes and all that sort of stuff, but I've only ever done one poetry reading in my life, like, until this, so that's why I'm on their Guinness. And fittingly, this one's called The Mess. I'm sorry about the mess. God washed his hands and left. Said a prayer for your purse and your pets. Bend your knees and purse your lips. You got to take what's coming, because that's all there is. I'm sorry about the mess, my appearance and bad breath, and the news that you've been left bereft. Comb your hair and shine your shoes. You got to take what's coming and sing those resurrection blues. I'm sorry about the mess. I'm in a game of mental chess with all our fucking things again. The patterns are a mystery. Got to take what's coming. The slowest heart attack in history. I'm sorry about the mess. I turned the house into confetti. A moth writhes like a burning witch. I could smash up the gaff with a big fuck off machete. The bugs humming made me itch, covered in blood and spaghetti. I'm sorry about the mess and I must address, I'm stuck inside my head like something sticky. The shade I'm in can keep me. Pour another cup of death wish and a bowl of dog's heart chili. Be still my bleeding ass. Dream blind my hermit heart. I'm sorry about the mess, I'm afraid I've been silly. I've swallowed 30 years of stress. It's blown myself apart to paint the town and city and call it modern art.
Funny one with that song is, as we put this album out, the label called us up and they were all like, we need to start thinking about radio censored versions. You can't swear on the radio. And on this one they were trying to change things. And we're like, bleeding arse isn't swear. Apparently you can't say, be still my bleeding arse on the radio.
Maybe arse was fine, but maybe bleeding ass is a sentence, you know what I mean?
No, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got me wearing these things. Anyway. Absolutely, brother. Anyway, this one is called Get Back Safe. It's like on the midpoint in the album. And there's a bit more hope in this one, you know. It come about after my brother had his first kid. And it got me thinking about, like, you know, fatherhood and that in the modern age, like, especially like working class people and stuff, and like how much of a tall order that is to do it right with all the shit you need and blah blah blah. So I was just worried about my brother becoming a dad and stuff. And then yeah, just like made me reflect on my relationship with my dad and mine and my brother's dad as well, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what this is, and I'll read it now. So yes, it's called Get Back Safe. If a tree falls and it's not on Twitter, does it even make a sound? Fit but could be fitter. Dad bod, no children. Popping pills and picking litter. Manpower on the ground. He's easy. He's cool. He's an above ground heated swimming pool. Old hat, new fool. Did you know the Lotus already held the jewel? You look into the future and wonder how you're going to be a father. Another box Spanish to the shed. The morning red sky worries the farmer. Stay dry or be dead. A calloused hand pillows the baby's head. Rains hard, works harder. Stay dry or be dead. Throw stone, bake bread. He looks into the future and knows he will be a father. He sees a field needs sowing, so he'll be a farmer. And keep on, Sunbeam. Be good and keep clean. Fly over and keep faith. And get back safe. Just get back safe. A smoke and a tea, a how'd you do? Mind how you go. Good night, sweet dreams. I fucking love you. Push through and keep faith. And get back safe. Just get back safe. Thank you. Thank you very much. I tell you, doing it this way is much kinder to the old neck hole. You know what I mean?
I can always bass, forget the drums if you want. These are a lot kinder to me.
Is that right? Yeah, he's over here. Good elbow rest day for Carl. Until he's in his hotel room, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the first time I've done a lot of these as well. So like seeing how they come out as poems and that's it. It's new to me as well. It's interesting. But yeah, this is a song off the album called Domestic Bliss, which is like it's more of the. I think this album in general is a bit more songy. You know, I think there was more on the old album where I felt, you know, I could just like pick them up and read them as poems and that. But we made a lot of them in the studio together, like, and stuff. And so I think they're like from the off point, they were a bit more songy and stuff like that. And so I'm just doing this one without the sing-songy bits. Repacked, repurposed. Here we go. Domestic Bliss. Sisyphus on the way back down. Is he yawning or screaming? It's a heads down kind of town. Passed out or dreaming. What are the dreams of a rodent? Say what you want about him, but that's a man in the fucking moment. Hands like a pan shovel, all squeak, no bubble. Shoes like business, face like trouble. Set your boots by the door, lad, and welcome to the struggle. It's about. Sorry about that. That's part of the poem. I can feel the pain in your hips. Can see it cooking when you're dancing. We're not there yet, but we're past the joke. It's hanging on your lips. It softens with a toke. It's the rod that keeps you standing. This way to domestic bliss. Just follow the smoke. Back on the street. In the pit of familiar beasts. And it all just astronomy. We just need our stars to align to find our feet. Oh right, but I thought astronomy was a sandwich meat. The belly of life growled and made a sandwich out of me. God burped and sent us back to savagery. Vomit up a galaxy. If I get there, I'll be glad for every struggle. But if I don't, then I guess it's another soap opera tragedy. Like to start, argue the toss. One must imagine Sisyphus with cramp. No moss on me, boss, but it smells a bit like damp. Yeah. I'm going for a walk. No, I don't want to talk about it. I think before I am. Reality just don't seem that believable. I'm young after my time. I just want to watch my cartoons and eat chocolate cereal. Thank you. Nice one. Nice one, thank you very much. I think also when we strip the music away as well, it's the darkness is on the surface, do you know what I mean? And so let's do more of that.
A funny one, a happy one.
No. If we had a happy one, you guys wouldn't be here trying to get the record.
What was that review?
Yeah, we had a review the other day. Is that big special will find greatness as long as they don't find happiness. The state of journalism these days. It was a good review though. I'll take it. Anyway, this one's called The Beast, and it's based on a summertime rom-com. It's not, that was a joke. The Beast. I've been everywhere, up, down and strange. I've set the trap and put the hog in chains. You are not alone, but you are invisible. The hog escapes the chains again, running through the town and the people, spinning in the invisible middle, swaying in the sweat and dribble. A drawn blade on a silent fiddle. Crouched in the weeds, I am the beast, pleading on my 4 knees. I lick the wound, but every time I move it bleeds. The blood feeds, but each bleed leaves more need. Man pleads, counts his wants on the beads. Death breeds, he scatters seeds and leaves pleased. Close your eyes and ride that bomb to the sky. 10,000 reasons why you were right, 10,000 more why you didn't even try. The cracked window sighs, let's go round another 10,000 times. If I act like I cannot see, they will take my eyes. 10,000 reasons why I was right, 10,000 more why I didn't even try. If you act like you cannot see, I will take your eyes. There's always more to realise. The more you know you don't know, the more you know. The more you know you don't know, the more you know. The more you know you don't know, the more you know. Down the line. Thank you. Thanks very much. Nice one, nice one. Right. I got one here that's not on either of the albums that we've done. Oh. But yeah, try to whack it out now and then. We had a catastrophic playback failure at a festival recently, didn't we? And like we always say, if we ain't got the backing tracks, then we're basically the two Ronnies. So it was a bit drastic. So I had to get my phone out and just like bash out a couple of poems to a bunch of Germans who don't know what the fuck I was on about. But, I think most English don't know what the fuck I'm on about anyway, so it don't really matter. But I cracked this one out. It's been a while since we had a look at this and stuff, so I thought I'd do this one anyway. And it's called The Wake, and I don't know, yeah, fuck's sake. It's called the Wacky Warehouse. It was a good day. But yeah, it's called The Wake, and it's about the death of something that... It's about the death of something, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell you what, and whatever. It's up to you what died. Anyway, so, The Wake. Can you stop putting fags out in the quiche, please? We've all chipped in for the spread. Don't cling to the buffet table on your knees, please. You're not the only one sad it's dead. You've got ash on the vol au vents and the prawn rings. It's the only reason people come to these things. You're going nowhere fast, you're going nowhere far, and you're not going to fix it at the bar. You can't make up with a vodka soda for every single mistake, and nobody likes a pensive drunk at a wake. They killed it on the TV, they killed it on the radio, they killed it in the magazines. Now they're selling t-shirts, mugs and yo-yos. They killed it on the internet, we're still trying to get over it. It's going to take more than a secret cigarette and the arse end of a pack of polos. And they buried it with all of the pages, and with everything it moulded since day. And to render it forgotten for the ages, they tucked it in with 100 tons of clay. And the people hold their pamphlets whilst queuing at the bar, and they squeeze their prayer books between their knees. They bitch and moan until they call a car. They gather in the flowers before the freeze. And they struggle to remember the day it died. All of the memories are dancing in a glimpse. They can't recall the lessons left behind. But it's clear things have been different ever since. Thank you. Hope you're feeling bad. I'm having realisations here, ladies and gentlemen.
Now give us a limerick. Was a young lad from Warsaw.
No.
No.
What happens in Warsaw?
Warsaw.
Borstal. You said it. God, they're all fucking sad, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, here's a little one that, at the very end of the album. There's like a little thing that like connects it to the first album. We wanted to put like a little poem and then like the closer. And it's also become clear to us that a lot of our stuff is horse-based, bird-based or dog-based. And it's not our fault that they make such good metaphors. But in this case, it's about a real bird that I used to have. I used to have a kestrel when I was a kid. And my dad was a birdman. And I got a kestrel, and I was 11 or something. I didn't realise the responsibilities of having a kestrel. You got to feed it dead chicks that you have in like a bag of frozen dead chicks in the freezer. And on the first day I had it, and my dad told me I had to squeeze the yolk sac out of the defrosted dead chick. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And he's like, if you want the bird, you got to do it. If you want this bird, you got to do it. And I was like, yeah, all right. So in the end I did it, and I was disgusted. And then I'd sit there like with my gauntlet on, and I'd sit there in the garage, and the kestrel used to just pick the chick apart in front of me. And I thought, no, it's okay, nature's beautiful. But we had to keep her in a shed, you put them on a block and you have to keep them in a shed, and it never felt good having it. And then one day, I left the door open for it and that for a bit, and it got loose and it flew off. And I felt really glad that it flew off, in a way, because I didn't want to look after it, and I felt bad, it should, it's a kestrel bird of prey, and that should be out and about. And but then I remember getting worried that it's Jesse's on. Jesse's the leather straps that tied to the block and that. And I started thinking of getting trapped in the trees and stuff like that. And it landed on my old mate's fence, and he called my dad, and my dad went, "Get it?" And he was like, "How'd you get a kestrel like that?" And it just flew up and fucked off, and we never saw it again. And I always hoped it was okay. And this is about that, and I don't know why, but it's come up recently in Med and that, and there's a few references to it on the album and stuff, and this is the main thing. And I've spoke about it way longer than the poem is. and stuff, so yeah, it's only a little tiny one. But here you go, it's sad as well. She'd have died trapped either way. Thank you very much. You laughed at it. You laughed at it. Anyway. She'd have died trapped either way. At least she got free of the block and stretched her wings and sent herself up over the estate and the sycamores like her blood ordered. Even if her jesses hanged her in the woods, those straps that man made to keep a bird at man's depth, the jesses that she broke loose from, but for a day. Why is satisfaction so dependent on pulling things down? That's that. That's all that she's okay, still flying freely, fucking up mice. But we'll see. And keeping it in the bird realm, we got imagine living in the bird realm. We'd be fucked. But they probably don't have roads, do they? Yeah, so this one was in the same place on the last album, and it's called For the Birds, but these ones are hypothetical birds, and I don't have a real emotional connection to them. But this is called For the Birds. We were supposed to be young, half cut and completely severed. I left my days outside for the birds. Everyone is searching beyond meaning, but not listening beyond words. We were supposed to be young. Now the old roads are paved with graves. The birds flew off with my days. Everyone is building without purpose, and I'm here smoking on a fat lip with a cold toe, counting strays. We were supposed to be young, fresh-faced and completely rotten. I left my days outside for the birds. We were supposed to be bold, but not bold beyond words. We were supposed to be free, but not free beyond words. We were supposed to be young, then leave our days outside for the birds. Chalk it up to hopeful youth and never dream beyond words. Look, love, look how far we've come. Wash me down with the things we've done. I know I'll never be clean. For once I'll take my moon blue, paint us with the things we'll do, and take us through what we've never seen. Thank you. There's a bit of hope in that one. A little bit of hope. Right. So, this one's sad as well, but at least it's got a bit more of a fucking bounce to it. So yeah, thought we'd end it with a bit of something like that. Thanks for standing there listening to me have some fucking therapy or whatever. I didn't know. But yeah, you know, it's nice. It's, you know, yeah. I like doing the words. You know, that's how you get through shit. Like, you know what I mean? It gives you a reason to get through some stuff. Or I see it as like a song's a good thing to make, or like anything. You know, anything's good to make, and. If that's what comes from a bad situation, then at least you've took something back, you know what I mean? And then we come together like this and do that, and we can have a laugh about it, have a listen and stuff, and then in the end, the bad experience has become a good experience, do you know what I mean? And that's what I keep telling myself. So, Callum, do you want to answer the question? Oh yeah, and so yeah, this one's called Hugger Bastard. It's off the new album and that, and it's my personal favourite. And so yeah, we're gonna finish on that, and then we'll sign your bits, and your records, and here we go. Find God, mate. I can't find my keys. Been round the gaff on my knees, seeking bliss is misery. Position open for local visionary. That's why they hate me. I'm what they pretend to be. 2 cats, 2 kids. The vision is slippery. But for now, kiss me. I'm sticky. I ain't saying I ain't tricky, but ain't saying I ain't sound. Catch me on my all fours, your momentary hound. And if death will not make me free and swings me back around, just let me be a dirty dog, or leave me in the ground. Sound. Me, Cerebus's chum, I have come undone. I lay back amongst the graves and piss into the sun. Sometimes you've got to rave, sometimes you've got to run. Turn the cheek, hug a bastard. Let them past and take the gaff back to plaster. Leave all that you own. You'll run faster. What could have been lives in the room like a droning fly, between the palm and the screen. What could have been and what could still be. You can try for 4 lives and still never see. Open your eyes, but don't keep them so wide that you cannot sleep. Use the whole body, make every penny. Bones make jelly. But if you swat the fly, you'll smash the telly. You can try. No one said you couldn't try. The innocent line the whale's belly. You can try. No one said you couldn't try. Sound. Me, Cerebus's chum, I have come undone. I lay back amongst the graves and piss into the sun. Sometimes you gotta rave, sometimes you gotta run. Turn the cheek, hug a bastard. Let them past and take the gaff back to plaster. Leave all that you own, you'll run faster. Sound. Thank you very much, guys. That was a weird one, and it was good fun to do. I hope people like that. I'm glad the album's got music on it. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for indulging me. And let's sign some fucking beats then, yeah. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for coming, guys, and standing and listening to that like piece of world. So, thank you very much. And that, and then we'll fucking get on that pen.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll I think.